The red ball drills, because they're non-invasive, because they don't stop operations, and because they inherently take into account the culture of wherever we're running the red ball drill, we're able to run it in really unique environments. And we were able to get into a school for autism, which was attached to a large behavioral health clinic in a major city. And as we were walking through, we were able to run live drills while parents were dropping their kids off at this school. And the unique dynamics of a school for autism presented a challenge in terms of we can't just take run, hide, fight for granted. And when we approached a teacher and they had all received the memo that, the red ball drills were coming and somebody would produce a red ball and they were about to have a conversation about a crisis event. And the ball came out for the teacher and she said, "Oh, the red ball, I don't know what to do." And I said, "Well, I don't know what to do either. We're about to figure that out together." And I said, "Is this a good time? Can we talk?" And she goes, "Yep, this is absolutely a good time." And so I said, "Here's your scenario. You hear the PA system call out that there's an active shooter in the behavioral health clinic, which was next door. Go." And she goes, "Well, technically we're supposed to lock down." And I said, "Well, what does that actually mean? Lockdown is a word that people throw around a lot. The city of Phoenix is in lockdown. It doesn't mean anything if there are no procedures." And I said, "What does lockdown mean for you?" And she goes, "Well, technically we can't have locks on our doors because depending on the spectrum, we have autistic kids here, so we don't have locks on our doors. But I'm supposed to close the door and shut the blinds. And then we try and move the kids to, an area in the classroom that's away from the door." And I'm like, does that work? Will they do that? And she goes, "Not really. And there's no lock. So what's the point of locking down?" I'm like, "Interesting." And I'm like, "Well, out of curiosity, this happened to be in Ohio." And I said, what do you do in a tornado?" And she goes, "Oh, tornadoes? Oh, we have our procedures down. In 15 seconds, we have all of our students lined up and they're in the Career Resource Center, which is across the hall." And I'm like, "That's amazing." She goes, "Yeah, that door, it works great." And they all listen and they understand. I go, "Well, why couldn't we use the same procedures for a tornado drill for an active shooter response? If you can move all of these kids into a better place," because the Career Resource Center had a lock on the door, there was no windows in it, so they're able to better secure all these kids. "Would that work?" And she goes, "It would work. And there's a phone in that room so we could communicate." I go, That's amazing. And how do we implement these policies? How do we change this?" And she goes, "Well, the principal really makes the final decision." So we were able to take the ball to the principal and follow the path of communication and discuss with the principal the best way to supplement their existing policies. It doesn't mean don't do run, hide, fight. It means how do we make run, hide, fight and the process of responding to an active shooter event work for the unique dynamics of a school for autism? That's the red ball drills. It's engaging people to discuss process in a way that they haven't done before. So even in a school for autism with unique dynamics and unique culture, we're able to discuss process in a meaningful way with those who understand process in that facility better than we do.